So, in this particular message, it will be uncomfortable. However, I wanted to provide you guys with some beautiful imagery. Let's go. Now, when it comes to the economy, you can tell it's bad when the women start fighting amongst themselves. At first, it was empowerment. We love each other, girls, girls. Now, younger women are making fun of seasoned women, and the cat is out of the bag, right? When it comes to this energy, it reminds me of being taught by a teacher and soaking up all of this wisdom and knowledge just to turn around and be try to be better than the teacher. It's absolutely ridiculous. A lot of the time the women speak ill of the men. However, it's always rooted in what the next woman is getting or what she deserves or what people think she may deserve or don't deserve. And when it comes to this energy, I would say, I think that if women were minding their own business, if women were taught how to be goddesses instead of how to be helpmates to men, they would be better off, right? And so you wouldn't have pygmies as mothers, and you won't have to go around and be jealous and envious of other women who actually have self preservation, and they know how to self regulate. They know how to govern themselves in a way that is going to always be beneficial to them as they age, as they continue to move forward with their lives. I said this before too. When it comes to being beautiful and aging, you start when you're young, when you're around other beautiful women, your mother, your family members and everything like that who also practice these practices. It's not going to be difficult for you to age with that grace and beauty. Now, with this particular part of the message, when men talk about calling other women out, they always want to reduce it down to the women calling out other women on their behalf. And it's so much bigger. And when it comes to women, no one is special. You're not bigger than the program. And to understand this at an early age and to avoid traps, to avoid societal traps at that, where people are going to want to try to project their ugliness onto you or their hatred onto you. When you can avoid those things by way of knowledge, decoding information, learning more, you become a threat. It's unfortunate, but you also become a threat to other women because no one hates a woman more than another woman who have fell for the societal traps, and now she has to live her life by way of or vicariously through others because she thought that she was being a good woman or she thought that she was doing the right thing by dumbing herself down, not listening to her own intuition and following others. I've said this once and I'm going to say it again. Women are very misogynistic. And I've said this in previous videos that women are going to have to face each other. You can no longer talk about the men, right? And even if you do, the men aren't going to change. And so the default setting is always to result and go to the next woman. And I've said something about this as well. When women feel rejected by other women, the cat is out of the bag because these women will be willing to harm you in order to prove a point to themselves. It's so much bigger than the actual men. Even when it comes to access and proximity and perception, a lot of women feel like they have the right to you, and they feel as though you are supposed to take them underneath your wing and teach them and give them, right? And it's like, I understand it to a certain degree. However, this is where mothers come in at. This is where grandmothers come in at. And other women is not responsible to replace the feminine women who were supposed to be in your life. If you just so happen to have those opportunities, that's very beautiful because it's very far and in between what's actually happening in reality. So you should be grateful instead of being greedy or demanding of someone else's time.